All right. We'll continue with the Westbrook Warriors and Coach Steve Smith starting your second season at Westbrook. Is this 30 overall, head coach? 30, 31, am I right?
It should be number 30.
Number 30. Been doing it a long time, Coach. It's good to see you again. Let the guys introduce themselves, or you introduce them, then some opening comments from you about this season.
I'll let them introduce themselves.
I'm Noah Wright. I'm senior this year. I'm a linebacker.
Hudson Lowe, senior, right tackle.
As we get ready for the 2024 season, very excited about year 2 here at Westbrook Christian. I can't say enough good things about our guys and the work that they've put in here in the off season. They've done an outstanding job. We've seen some tremendous gains in the weight room and just the morale altogether about football at Westbrook. These guys are 2 of our leaders. We've got 8 seniors this year total, and these guys are returning starters that we have high expectations for this year.
Coach, talk about your overall numbers, if they're where you'd like for them to be, and the number of starters you have coming back on offense and defense for us.
Yes, sir. We have 5 starters coming back on offense and 6 on defense, and we've got our specialists back. This year we've got great numbers. 9 through 12, we're dressing 61. I think we got 8 seniors. I want to say 13 juniors, so 40 of those 61 are 9th and 10th graders, so we got a lot of involvement in the program. Middle school team, 7th and 8th, I think we got like 36 in that group, so got great participation, got great numbers out, and a lot of guys that's really been working hard to try to take Westbrook football to the next level.
Coach, I know it's very sad to talk about Coach Blanchard, but how hard is it to stay focused right now with what the unfortunate news of Coach Blanchard and what just transpired with his passing away? How hard is it for you personally to stay focused on the task at hand? Because, you know, life, a lot of things are bigger than football, but this is definitely one of those cases.
Oh, no doubt. Last 19 years, he's been right there beside me every step of the way. My best friend in there in the coaching ranks, and tremendous job that he always did for us, both at Piedmont for those years and then last year at Westbrook as we were coming over trying to get everything started there. Gonna miss him dearly as a friend. It's a pretty tough time right now. You know, he passed on Friday morning, I guess it was, so only just a few days ago, and had a memorial service last night in the gym at Westbrook. It was very well attended. A lot of people showing up to pay their respects to Coach Blanchard and to be there for the family. So obviously difficult time to navigate through right now. At the same time, we got what we're supposed to be doing. We can only control the things that you can control, and our guys have been able to pick up the pieces, and we've been able to lean on each other and pull each other together and just do our best to try to go on and go about our business here in the summer.
Next question is, since you arrived there, there's been a lot of changes. You getting to know Westbrook, Westbrook getting to know you, the new facilities, new locker, new weight room. We could sit here for hours and talk about that, but how much different is it this time going into this season? You knowing the community better, them knowing you, the facilities and all that's going on. How much more comfortable are you this year rolling into this season than last?
Yeah, obviously a big difference, between last summer and this summer. I really didn't come on the job last year until June the 1st, so a lot of things that we were doing throughout the summer, it was all brand new to the kids. It was brand new to our coaching staff, brand new to our parents and what they were kind of used to with summer requirements and things of that nature that we were doing. This year's been much smoother. Having a year under my belt, the guys kind of knowing what to expect and all. It's obviously been a lot better in year 2, just from the mere standpoint of better communication and things of that nature. But, everything that I've seen thus far from the administration, our booster club, the kids, the ones that put in the work in every day, it's been tremendous. The buy-in's been terrific, and I'm very pleased with where we're at this point in time. Obviously, still got a long way to go. We still want to keep working each day to improve and ultimately be able to put a competitive team out there on the field each and every Friday night. But the work ethic that the kids have displayed and the support we've had from the administration and the booster club and all has been tremendous.
This question is Noah and Logan. Now with the year under your belt with Coach Smith, what kind of top things he brought to the program that you see that really not only make you better football players, but better people? Either one can start.
Can you repeat the first part of the question?
Yeah, what did, now you played under Coach Smith for a year, you kind of know what he expects and the staff expects, so what are a couple of things that you think he made you better as both a player and a person?
So he definitely demands a higher standard of work ethic, and it's made us a better person on and off the field, I feel like.
Yeah, we're living in the weight room. We've gotten significantly stronger and bigger, faster, and I feel like that'll make a big impact on this season.
Coach, you talked a little bit about it just moments ago. Coming from Piedmont, very successful. You left, I knew you back at Cedar Bluff. When you left Cedar Bluff, left it in great shape. You came from Piedmont. Putting your stamp on the program here at Westbrook, are you where you want to be headed into your second year?
I don't know if there's ever a coach that's going to tell you they're where they want to be. Everybody always wants to be a little further along, but I can tell you with 100% accuracy and certainty that I'm very pleased with where we're at as far as our kids, the buy-in, the work ethic. They still understand that we've got a long way to go. We still got to get better. We still got to keep, striving for excellence in everything that we do. But, when you're the new guy and you come in, one of the biggest things you have to do is get the buy-in from everybody at the school, and it starts with those players in the locker room. And these guys have been tremendous as far as wanting to buy into what we're trying to preach to them, and carrying over into the classroom and away from the field, away from school, just being the types of people that they're supposed to be. I can't say enough good things about these kids and the coaching staff that we have. We got a common vision of what we want, what we expect out of the guys on and off the field, and it fits into the school's philosophy. I'm very happy each and every day when I go to work. I've been fortunate in the places I've worked at. I've worked for tremendous administrators at every place, and Westbrook Christian working for Ms. Neal is no different. I've got great support from our principal and from our administration, and having that type of support and that feel every day when you go to work, you don't feel like you're going to work. And going into year 30 as a head coach, I really can honestly say I feel like for 30 years I've gone every day and enjoyed every day, and didn't always go my way every day, but I've looked forward to getting up and going to work every day for the people I work for.
Could you talk about the things that you've done this summer as far as OTAs, 7-on-7s, passing camps, things you've done this summer to get ready for the fall?
Yeah, we've never really bought into the OTA stuff. I think a lot of the stuff that goes on this summer, of course, my opinion is just that. It's just my opinion, but a lot of the stuff that goes on during the summer turns into more of a controversial type stuff than anything else. We do some 7-on-7s. We did a couple 7-on-7s back the first full week in July. Our linemen go to lineman camp each year down at Clay Chapel when Coach Yeager puts on the Southeastern Lineman Camp Academy. We've done that for all the way back to my time at Cedar Bluff. But I'm not a big fan of the 11-on-11, the OTA stuff in the summertime. I don't know how it is at other places, but we always have a hard enough time when we just try to go 3 quarters against each other. Then you start depending on other teams trying to go 3 quarters against each other, and usually it winds up in a skirmish or a fight, and I don't really know a lot of good that comes out of it. But that's just my opinion. Other people can do it. They may like doing that. I like to coach football. I don't like to coach all that other junk.
Coach, 3A Region 6, tough region, a 9-game region schedule this year. Could you talk about your schedule and your couple of non-region games there?
Yeah, 9-team region kind of puts you a little bit behind the 8 ball from a scheduling standpoint because you have to allot 9 weeks for your region play. You got 8 region games, and then you got an off week. And our region, I'm pretty familiar with the region because it's that old Calhoun County region. I think there's 5 schools from Calhoun County, then us and Glencoe make 6 and 7, and then the 2 schools from Blount County, Locust Fork and J.B. Pennington. So got a little familiarity with the teams in the region. Our non-region, we're going to play Montford week 5 in a non-region game. That's the blanket week that everybody's off, and a 9-team region is week 5, and then we drew week 7 out of the hat as our other non-region week. We have a region game week 1 and a region game week 10. So week 7 was our other non-region, and we picked up a school, Innovation Academy, out of Tennessee to play week 7. So that'll be our 10 game, and us and Hokes Bluff are going to play a jamboree week 0. So I've never been a big fan of an open week. I know a lot of coaches that prefer that. I don't like an open week myself, so we were able to get a week 0 jamboree and then 10 straight regular season games.
Guys, could you talk about, as seniors on this football team, and I think Coach said there were 8 of you on the football team. I know you've got together this final season there at Westbrook. Talk about your team goals and individual goals for you guys this year.
Individual goals is be the best version of ourselves and work every play and every practice we can to better ourselves. And team's goal is probably to sort of the same thing, just do as best as we can, play each week by the week, practice each week for the game that week.
Probably just be a leader to these young guys and leave a legacy here and be a Christ-like example and just make a run.
Coach, this is going to be a question for you, then a question for those 2 guys. But there's a reason you brought these 2 guys. You've got 8 seniors, and I'm sure you could have brought them all. Right. Could you talk about the reason these 2 guys are representing Westbrook today?
The biggest reason is just their past performance, obviously. They were big-time contributors for us last year. And then their off-season, their work and their commitment, their leadership, their ability to inspire those around them to be their best. As you probably can tell from here versus some other schools that might have been up here earlier than us, these guys don't talk a whole lot. And that I'm a lot more geared toward results than I am words. And they do a great job of leading by example. When it's time to come to work, they come to work. They do a great job within our school building as far as being the leaders in their class. And so that was the reason that I chose these 2 to come today.
You guys, talk about how it makes you feel to be chosen. After you heard Coach talk about it, how does it make you feel to be chosen, the 2 to represent your school and your football team here today?
It's a big opportunity. I feel honored. He could have picked anybody, but he picked us, and I'm just glad to represent Westbrook here today.
It's an honor and a joy. And all the coaches in our community have poured into us enough, and now it's our turn to do our job on the field.
And you said, Jeff, we could have brought any of those 8 guys. That's not a slight at any of the other guys that we didn't bring. These guys just kind of stood out to me for their consistency. That's the word that we preached from day one when I got there, their consistency of bringing the effort, the attitude, being dependable, being reliable. They just sort of stood out to me as the guys that I thought would be the best choices to bring today, but the other 6 guys could have very easily come as well.
Coach, I'm going to wrap it up today with you. Asked earlier Coach Rob about this. He's 29 years head coach, you're 30 years head coach. The reason why you keep doing it?
Well, I love it. And, you got 3 kids college age like I do. You got to work somewhere. And I couldn't think of a better job than coaching for high school football. I love the game. And I told somebody I've been a part of a team ever since I was 8 years old. So I'm 53, about to be 54. So for the last 45 years of my life, I've been a part of a team. And there's just something about being part of a team. If you've never experienced, you might not, you're missing out. But if you never experienced it also, you don't really get it. But being part of a team is something that I just think is a vital part of happiness and my livelihood. And I just enjoy coaching high school football. I think these guys are at an age where they're very impressionable still. You can still make an impact on them, and you can still steer them in the right direction. And I just always have felt like, teaching and coaching is kind of a calling. And until the Lord tells me He wants me to do something else, I hope to always be involved in this game.
Coach, thanks to you and your guys. And, Coach, I still miss coming to Cedar Bluff and going to Fibbers with you.
There you go. Good stuff. Good memories. We're dating ourselves right there, Jeff. But thank you all for having us, and thank you for covering high school football in this area, and thank you for having Westbrook Christian here today.